The following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th as Disruption Network and Doughboy Barbecue presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny, Captain Trip Moriel. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all Captain Trip's personal treasures, local artist display, food from Doughboy Barbecue, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Taurus, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott Domenico, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when three top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
What's up, everybody? Yapping it up over here as we do here on EC Radio. Wacky Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday? Yeah. And I'm just so confused. I never know what day it is.
It's known as Hump Day.
It's known as Hump Day, right.
Get over the hump.
Wacky Wednesday, as we like to call it here around EC Radio. How you doing? Greetings and salutations. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday. It's me, Z. You can check us out live at homebase.disruptionnetwork.net. Joining me in the studio today, I am beyond pumped right now. Beyond pumped. Stephen Perkins from Jane's Addiction joining me. First off, bro, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to come hang out with us.
Absolutely a pleasure.
My co-host is absent today.
Yeah.
He ran into a little bit of problems, but we're thinking about you, chicken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we are, chick. Come on, chicken. Come on back. You'll get out of it. Yeah. No, it's nice. Just a one-on-one.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, one-on-one, man.
You know, I've played drums in almost every place in the world. I'm always looking for new places to play and talk about drumming and music, and so I'm happy to be here.
So is this something you do? Because you do got the clinic going on at the Delta Marriott tonight with our good friend Kelly Yacco.
Correct.
That's going on tonight at 7 o'clock. Is this something you do often when you're not touring with Jane's?
Absolutely. Actually, I piggyback a lot of clinics on tour. So if I got 50 shows coming up in the next 2 months, I'll let the word out to the drum shops and guitar shops. Hey, I'll be in Phoenix tomorrow. I'll be in, Salt Lake City, etc. And Jane's really doesn't do many sound checks, so my afternoon is available. So I love getting in front of other drummers or non-drummers and playing and talking about music and just gathering, the information and spitting it back out to people. So I think it's great. I don't talk about how to hold a drumstick. You can get that in a rudiment book. I talk about my experience and how I listen to music and how I interpret it. And what I take when I get on the drum kit, I think about African rhythms and Indian rhythms and rock rhythms and jazz rhythms and see what happens when they give me their riff. I want to put that back in their face, say, this is how I hear it. So that's what these clinics are about, is it gives me time to sit and think about music and talk about the parts and articulate, why it's important to me.
It's beautiful. And bringing people together. We were just as we were talking before we went on air, talking about how it brings people together, unity. And you had a great experience today at the House of Good Shepherd.
Amazing school.
Yeah.
What I had to realize is they're not drummers. They're just kids. Some play, some don't. So I had to strip anything from music and drums out of the conversation and make the conversation more general about facing your problems. Editing those problems out of the way because there's so much static in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's hard to make choices and stick to that choice. And at 8 years old, I was lucky to find a bongo. And at 12 years old, I got drumsticks. And I got a Beatles record. I got lucky. Not everybody has that vision as a youngster. This is fun. I want to do this. You have to look for that. And then you have to push the other crap out of the way to get to it. So that was the conversation today. It was really try not to let everything around you get in the way of the clarity of what you're here for. What makes you happy? Don't think about the dollar. Of course, it's important. We got to pay our bills. But if you're not happy, what's the use?
Right.
What's the point? And that's why you see some of the big rock stars, they must be happy and they take their own life. It's shocking.
And so much of that going on lately, too.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
And you think from over here, they've got to be happy.
Right.
So it's about that inner... the self-image. You got to have a good self-image. You have to love yourself. I remember reading a review, Stephen Perkins is a great drummer, and I believed it. And then 2 months later, I read a review, Stephen Perkins is a shitty drummer. Now what? Do I have to believe that? No. You got to believe in yourself. You can't think about the thumbs up and the thumbs down and what people want from you or don't want from you. You got to do it your own way like you do.
Yeah.
The show. You say what you want, you play what you want, and it feels right. And, you don't have to answer to anybody. So that was my point today is it's hard to wake up and think, what am I here for? But if you keep that open mind that you are here for something, because, there's nature and there's technology. That's all we have. And we have to preserve nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have to
embrace
embrace technology. AI is here.
Right.
Even a doctor will tell you this machine might be able to work on your laser eye surgery better than a person. We've come up with a computer that goes, it's safer now with a computer. Okay, you have to trust that. And so...
Do you trust that?
Well, it was tough as a drummer in the 80s. I'm 51. I loved new wave music, but most of the drums were programmed. So I had to find new wave bands that had drummers. The Police, Missing Persons, B-52s, The Cars. It was new wave, but there was a real drummer.
Talking Heads.
T-Heads. But, there was always that hybrid of technology and drumming. And a musician could say to a drummer, I don't need you. I can go like this, press a button, and write a song. So I did have to have this love-hate relationship with technology, even as a musician. But if you ignore technology as a musician, you're left behind.
Yeah.
And that goes with life. And I'm not going to be chained to electric drums or my electric cell phone, but I want to have the option to use it and know how to use it.
Right.
But the organic feeling of taking a drumstick and hitting a head is like hitting a nail into a wall. It feels good. Whack. And you like it when you hammer something correctly.
Okay.
There it is. It's going to stand.
You feel accomplished.
Exactly. And drumming has that, it's like hitting a ball in a baseball game. It feels right. So I try to remember that the technology is not going to go away. Embrace it. But don't leave the nature and the romance of walking through the woods. It's beautiful out here. I mean, there's birds and trees. It's gorgeous.
Green.
It's gorgeous. And that goes into why you stay here. And you don't move to the city. You got this. And so...
Because I could breathe.
Exactly. And, you think about African rhythms that were created 1,000 years ago. They had elephants walking around with the sway, boom, 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 and their trunk. And the rhythm sounded like an elephant walking. People that grow up in New York City have a life of linear, straight lines and lights, and that goes into the rhythms they make. It should. They're reflecting their environment. So you have to take all the history, everything you've learned, and what's ahead of us, and kind of melt that into, art. I brought it up today at the school. Jackson Pollock one morning woke up and threw paint.
You're just splattering.
And the whole art world called him a loser, a failure.
Uh-huh.
Now you can't even afford to put his art on your wall. But before he threw the paint, he was a paint brusher. He used brushes like everybody else.
I think he was just frustrated one day and he just decided to splat.
And creativity is a violent.
Right.
You have to break what's behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be willing to take shit to do it. And now, Jane's Addiction in '86, we had that Jackson Pollock moment where we just threw the paint and we weren't caring what people said. We needed to say, ugh, this is what we're feeling. The Sunset Strip was very shiny and fun, but it wasn't anything but cars and girls.
Right.
The punk rock scene had nothing to do with that, but that was nothing but frustration, and they felt like they hit a wall, a ceiling. They couldn't do anything with themselves. Jane's took both of that. We created this, it's okay to be flashy and still show some of that gut. And I think that was my point today at the school was, honor yourself, have a great self-image because you are beautiful. You're ugly and beautiful. You're broken and beautiful. You don't know what to do, but you're beautiful. You're confused. So am I.
That's so cool. You shed positive knowledge on these people and also just give out a positive vibe for them as well.
Absolutely.
That's
Hi,
incredible.
how are you?
That's not Chicken, that's Gabe, actually.
Well, all right.
Gabe's probably
So
right there.
Someone just came in. He's a nice-looking guy. Nice to see you. Looks like he's a hard worker. His hands are full of paint.
Oh, yeah, he's a hard worker. That's for damn sure. You mentioned Jane's Addiction back in 1986. What was the scene like back then?
Oh, let me talk about
Was it competitive or, were
there was
fans
a great
supportive? Or?
there was a great competitive scene.
Mhm.
The Strip already hit the ceiling. So Motley and Poison and Rat and GNR, they already had a record deal.
Mm-hmm.
The downtown scene is where Jane's was X, Fishbone, the Chili Peppers, Minutemen, which turned into Firehose, Black Flag, Fear, Dead Kennedys. That started at midnight. The Strip ended at midnight. When Jane's came, the people at the Strip, Nikki Sixx and Tommy, and they needed somewhere to drink all night. They went downtown. The music was punk rock. There was something just about to happen, and that's when Jane started. Me and Navarro were still into flashing it out.
Mm-hmm.
The singer and the bass player wanted to write songs like Joy Division, Bauhaus, Echo, Susie. More tame, with cinematic sounds, events. But me and Dave are like, you solo after the verse, right? That's what you do. You got a solo. That's what Eddie Van Halen does. That's what Iron Maiden does.
You're used to the structure.
Yeah. So there was a great moment when Perry, our singer, had a poem. He said, no, I don't say the verse and then the chorus and the verse and the bridge. Here's a word. Then I say something else 3 times. Over there, I say it 4 times. So we wrote a song around the poem. And the flash was seeping in. So there was a competitive separate camps, but there was a unity because the labels of Geffen and Capitol and Warner's and Sire, all the labels were there, and they were given record deals, and everyone was kind of pushing each other, and it was competitive to the point where my friends turned into Rage, No Doubt, Tool. They made it if they wanted to. They worked for it. There was something there for us. And what's great about Jane's is we had record deal offers from a bunch of labels, but Warner Brothers said, you do your own artwork.
Wow.
You do your own production.
Which never happens.
We want to show the world what this part of LA looks and sounds like. We're not going to polish you and tune you up and do whatever to sell the product. The product is you. Make the world know that we're proud as Warner Brothers to sign you guys and show everybody what this noise is. And that's what a great producer does. I think goes to rehearsal and goes, "That's what you sound like? Great. Let's bring that noise into the studio. Don't come to the studio and I'm going to tell you as a producer, this is the gear I've been using for the last 10 records. This is the gear I use." You're going to make the band lose their sound. So Jane's had a sound and a look and a feeling. We all had different record collections, different friends. We came from different backgrounds. We wanted different things out of the band, and you heard that in the music. And Warner's was the perfect marriage for us to be on a major label. And they said, "We'll put you on every bus stop. We'll put a poster at every Tower Records. We'll get you the best agent to get you on the right tours. We'll get you the right publicist to make sure your songs end up in the right places and the cool movies." You had a team. But they didn't want us to change. They wanted, the team was going to support us. And that was kind of rare because a lot of bands would get signed and they would
get screwed.
Yeah, all of a sudden their photos, you see a photo and they all look different.
Yeah.
And their gear, they all have new gear. And they're like, what happened to you guys?
And telling you what to write. And
yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
But Jane's actually shared a rehearsal studio, Guns N' Roses, Jane's, Fishbone, and Bullet Boys. And that's the difference. I mean, we all had totally different sounds, but we all shared one rehearsal place, and we're all happy to. And that was a great community.
Nice.
That existed.
Yeah. And it wasn't, it had to been a little bit competitive, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because
that's what I love about a great big concert when you got 10 bands a day.
Yeah.
The audience benefits because when you're playing and you see those other cats on the side of the stage, you step on the gas. And that's good for the audience, right? And that's what was happening in LA. There were so many great bands, and everybody had their own sound, and there were so many great players, especially for drummers in the 90s and early late 80s. You know, the drummer from Primus, drummer from Soundgarden, the drummer from Pearl Jam, Dave Abbruzzese, the drummer from Tool. I mean, everybody had, you know, the drummer from Rage. Everybody had something, you know, later.
And they're all monsters.
Monsters, and it's separate, you know, they had separate personalities, and the songs let that breed and grow. As in the year 2000 and on, the drummer became more of just an anchor, maybe like a Motown, you know, in theory, that you don't really put your finger on a great drum performance. It's just a pocket.
Pocket, right.
And that's fine. But there was something great back then where every drummer had something to say. The music was ready for everybody to say something in that conversation. And there's a point when I listened maybe to The Doors, and when Jim Morrison said something and that John Densmore would imprint it. You can tell they're feeling off each other. Mm-hmm. It's hard to hear that in music today.
Right.
You know, they just keep it going, and
well, it's so raw back then, though, right?
Exactly.
And then now it's just overprocessed and overproduced, and
you know, and you have to embrace that too, and say this is what it is.
Goes along with technology, right?
You have to work with it and find what's good about it. But the insight to those performances back then got you into their world, and you felt like you were in the studio with them, experiencing something. And so I was trying to impress the kids today that their life and their upbringing, whatever good or bad it is, use that like Jackson Pollock and throw the paint and tell everybody, I don't need to, you know, use a brush and learn technique. That's important, but that's back there. What's in front of me? And that's how I am as a drummer. I know there's traditional djembe beats and kunga beats and bongo rhythms, but I want to, what's my rhythm? My hyper bubbly personality, my experiences from going to Sydney to Tel Aviv to Brazil to meeting and greeting and fart and fucking whatever I do. How does that make me sound? So I'm not going to ever, it's easy to replicate your heroes because you want to go, what would John Bonham do? What would Neil Peart do?
Right.
But that's because they lived their life. That's why they did that. What do you do?
What do you want to do?
Yeah, exactly.
I love this.
And I was talking about rock and roll in the 50s in America was rock around the clock, and it was good time dance music because America was, World War II was behind us, and we had color TV and washing machines, but England didn't. England still had streets in rubble. So you had Black Sabbath, you know, you had Cream, you had Zeppelin, you had screaming. In War Pigs, you actually have the siren. That's the siren their parents heard every fucking 2 hours when the Nazis were coming. It went into the music. So it wasn't until the 60s when we had Vietnam when our music from North America got tilted. And you had, you know, Hendrix do Machine Gun and Jefferson Airplane and The Doors and Janis, and there was pain. It wasn't rocking around the clock. So you have to take a look at what's happening today, good or bad, put that into your, whatever, how you exercise it. Are you a writer? Are you sculpting? Are you a businessman? Are you working with numbers? Whatever it is, take the world today, put it into the moment.
I feel that's what's missing, though, in music today.
Yeah.
Like you just mentioned, Black Sabbath coming from a war-torn country and putting all their angst into their music and stuff. How come there's no protesting music going on these days right now?
Yeah,
like,
when Rage came out,
right.
wasn't it? When Rage Against the Machine
they had something
came
to
out,
say. Where is that band today?
Yeah.
Well, not Rage itself, but
No, of
you know,
course.
somebody
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
talking about what's going on in the
band,
world
yeah.
today, right?
Well, it's there, and I think young kids are playing rock music with heart again. And they don't want to capture the perfect performance, and they don't want to fix it on Pro Tools. They want to leave the juice. And like Ozzy said, hey, Ozzy, do you fix the mistakes in the studio? Rock and roll is a mistake. How do you fix it? If it's fixed, it's not rock and roll, man. It's got to go against it. It's got to hurt somebody a little bit. It's got to be too loud for somebody.
Yep. Just like the distortion sound, that was a mistake, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was a
Like,
mistake in the
now
amp. The
what?
amp blew, and that sounds pretty good.
Now we should use that as the art.
Right.
Yeah. Like I was saying at the earlier performance with everybody there, my favorite drummer as a youngster was a guy named Gene Krupa. He played jazz drums with Benny Goodman. Doom, 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 doom. It was swinging. Benny Goodman was a Jewish clarinet player, just got out of the war, so he was happy. You know, we survived. And the drums are African, and there's a celebration. And they show a picture of, it's a film, he's doing a drum solo, and it's a conservative couple at dinner, and the man's tapping his hand, and the wife gives him a dirty look. The camera goes down. The wife is tapping her foot. You can't stop it.
Yeah, right.
Drums, music, it feels bad, but it's so good.
It's the beat.
You know? So
The-
that's what we need that. And, you know, it's true. If the music doesn't reach you and there's like a hi-hat and a guy going, rock star, rock star. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel it.
Right.
It doesn't mean it's good or bad. I do want what you want. Right in the face. Stick it down their necks, you know, down their throats. Rock and roll is meant to be, you know, stick it to the man.
Yeah, and piss people off.
Absolutely.
100%. I know you got to get out of here in just a little bit because you've got a busy day. We got to mention they're at the Delta Marriott tonight at 7 o'clock. What can we expect at the drum clinic tonight? What's going to happen?
Well, let's talk about I've never rocked the Marriott. Let's just start with that. We're gonna rock the Marriott. I'm gonna play a lot of drums, a lot of loud drums. I've got a couple guys I'm gonna play music with, some songs. To me, it's about taking everything that I did to get here, which was wake up in LA 4 a.m. yesterday, one flight to New York, another flight to Syracuse, and drive to Utica. Here I am. So what am I going to do with all that? I'm just going to explode. And then afterwards have a cold one, ice cold beer, and say thank you for having me. But it's about me playing drums really loud in a room that doesn't really expect it.
No doubt, in that room does not
I'm gonna rock the Marriott.
What's about to come, too.
Rock the Marriott.
You're going to do like drum circles, too, right?
That's right. We've got a bunch of drum. I've got djembes and congas and bongos, and I'm going to lead it with my drum set. And give everybody eye contact and let them go off a little. And, you know, that... Growing up in LA, I heard drum circles in Venice Beach. And as I got closer, I started to smell the drum circle and hear it closer and see girls move their hips. I'm like, what the heck is that? It's just a bunch of people playing drums. It's magic. And so I don't forget that. It makes people feel good.
Hell yeah.
There's no rules. It's not about taking something home and trying to practice something. All that can go into it. But to me, the drum circle and what I'm doing it for is to let it out. Get it off your chest. Hit the bag. You know?
Hit the bag.
Yeah, really it is, you know.
Or hit the meat like Rocky, right?
Exactly, man. I mean, we all didn't get the right, no matter how great your life is, the grass is always greener. You look at someone else and you're like, damn, they got it made. They don't. That's why you see this great rock star commit suicide.
I know, it's a shame.
It's the grass is not greener, so enjoy your own grass. You know what I'm saying? Look down and enjoy what you got, because you might think I got it, I might think you got it, but we don't. Even you look at the leaders of the world; they're more broken than we, and they're leading. They're supposed to lead us somewhere,
right?
So don't forget, we're all broken a little bit.
Yes, we are. Before you get out of here, I do got to ask you having any more Banyan shows? Is that still a thing?
Banyan is a great band that usually plays without a singer, so we can play a lot of notes and explore. The first version was Money Mark on keyboards, Mike Watt on bass, and Nels Klein on guitar. I would like to get back to that original version. But from then, we had Willie Wallman, the trumpet player.
You got any good Willie stories?
Willie's on fire.
I love a good Willie Wallman story.
Yeah, Willie, to me, is the spirit of exploring. And that's what I wanted. When I met him, I never played with a trumpet player that was that into exploring the sound. And so that was the marriage, let's explore together. And we've had some great trips from Wyoming to Vancouver to New York, and everything gets really exciting when you get on stage with him because he's a wild man. That's why they call him Willie Wildman Waldman.
He's definitely a wild man. That's why I love a good Willie story. Yeah. This has been great, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. If everybody out there watching this could do us a quick favor, just click the share button and get the word out there about the drum clinic tonight over at the Delta Marriott. Stephen Perkins rocks the Marriott tonight.
I've never rocked the Marriott.
Never have.
I never have. This is going to be good. Thanks for having me. And
thanks for coming in, man. This has been really cool. Maybe one day we can sit down and have a longer conversation.
Absolutely.
Really get into your brain, brother.
Absolutely.
Really get it.
Hey, before the day's done, can you play a little Pantera?
It's funny you say that. I've been listening to Pantera all morning at the gym.
Really?
All morning, yeah.
Because, metal is very important to me, but when Pantera showed up, I started stage diving and mosh pitting again. No kidding. I'm getting back in the pit. As soon as I got that, the Cowboys from Hell was great, but when the Vulgar came out, I was like, I had to go more than... I was in Tommy Lee's band, and we did about 25 shows with them.
Was that Method of Mayhem?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were playing with them on tour, and then I was in another band. I was on tour with them a bunch, and I would jump off the stage and get in the pit. And, of course, Dimebag's one of the greatest, and now we lost Vinny. Rest in peace. It's unbelievable.
I know.
How could those guys be gone? The Abbott brothers. So long live the Abbotts. Play some Pantera. And let's rock.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And people are out there on Facebook land giving up their metal horns saying Pantera rocks. It's a shame. I had a chance to meet Vinnie Paul one time, and he was such a sweetheart.
He's the coolest.
He really was so cool, and yeah.
He brought the party, and his drum parts were machine-like, and his attitude was very, let's get it on. And every time after the show you went backstage, there was a barbecue, a bar, and you couldn't leave until you enjoyed both, eat and drink and play rock.
Amazing. Sad day when both of them were perished, that's for sure.
Let's honor them. That's what's great about music. Like, John Bonham, the drummer from Zeppelin, I can play it every night, listen to it. He's still alive. Let's listen to fucking Vinnie Paul.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Stephen Perkins, thanks so much. Guys, go down to the Delta Marriott tonight. It's the old Radisson on Genesee Street in Utica. Go down there, hang out with Kelly and the boys, and Stephen Perkins are going to be out there doing some drum circles. It's free, people. You have no excuse not to show up. It's free. Everybody's favorite four-letter F word. Free. So go on down there. Before we get out of here, give love and respect out to EJ Movers, 315-335-0516. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They make it simple and easy for you to relocate. Hit them up online at ejmoving.com. And also, Nye Volkswagen. Stop out to the showroom at 5865 Taberg Road in Rome and see why all their customers love their Nye V-Dub. Mention the D, mention Disruption Network, mention EC Radio, all the content that we have here on Disruption Network. Receive a $250 off any purchase. How about that? Ha!
Major.
Love it.
Major.
Great deal. Check out their inventory at NyeVDubofRome.com. Tomorrow's a big day, too. We got the guy running for governor, Larry Sharp, coming in. You know Larry Sharp? He's one of the candidates for governor, so he's coming into the studio tomorrow to chop it up with us, and we're going to get political. But I don't like to get too political, but tomorrow we're definitely getting political. So
you cannot not get political nowadays.
Right nowadays, if people have to get involved nowadays.
Absolutely.
Correct?
That's true.
Tell them.
I believe it. You know what? I don't want to talk about what I believe in, but I'm from California, so you know. And I want us to live a long, healthy life. I want everybody to share the goods. And I want marijuana to be legal.
Me too. Stephen Perkins, you're a beautiful man. We'll see you down the road sometime. We'll see you tomorrow, people. Thanks for tuning in, and please share this. See ya.
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th, as Disruption Network and Doughboy Barbecue presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny, Captain Trip Moriel. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all Captain Trip's personal treasures, local artist display, food from Doughboy Barbecue, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Taurus, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott Domenico, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when three top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you'll support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Only on the D.